And welcome tonight, folks. This is your host, Ryan Slater. Tonight we'll be watching an old school AvX draft match between Ryan Slater, myself, and Robbie Anderson. Everything is from the original AvX series, including the basic actions. We only allowed the AvX and AvX OP basic actions for this event. So, we'd already figured out who was going to be going first, and I was deemed to go first. As this was an AvX only event, we did go ahead and return it to the original rule of player one rolls all 4 dice. So that's why you'll be seeing me roll 4 dice here, even though I'm player one going first. And you see me getting 2 shields and a mask and a question mark there. So, or sorry, 2 shields, a question mark, and a sidekick. I don't know where I got a mask on that. I apologize. I have my reroll here. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. As we were also just starting the event for the night, we were having to answer a couple of questions for some of the other players. So, keeping one of the shields and the question mark, re-rolling, and getting a question mark instead of the shield, and keeping the sidekick. So, go ahead and field the sidekick. And trying to figure out what I was going to be doing here. I was hoping to try to get purchase a gearing up, but that sidekick stymied me from that one. So grabbed 3 and went for the angel. Robbie rolls his dyed dice, gets a shield, 2 question marks, and a bolt. And he spends all 4 of it for that gearing up. And again, in the old AvX days, gearing up was your only ramp really available, so pretty much everyone was running it. I decided not to run it in hopes of trying to take it away from my opponent. So you see I get 4 energy there and quickly go for the gearing up. Robbie rolled a sidekick, re-rolled the sidekick to get an energy face, bought that last gearing up. So everything going back in the bag except for the one sidekick that I fielded my first turn there. And I was able to pull my gearing up and 3 other sidekicks, but it came up on energy face. Not exactly what I was hoping for there. Just wanted to try to get that angel out there. So 5 energy right now. Spending 4 of it for a rogue and the 1 for the Silver Surfer Global. Deal myself 2 points of damage, or pay a shield to deal myself 2 points of damage and prep a die from my bag. So Robbie recycles his bag, pulls out 4 sidekicks, gets 3 shields, and it looks like he's got a mask on that final one there. Three for a gambit, and he's going to do the same move with the Silver Surfer Global there to deal himself 2 damage and prep a die. All right, so get 4 sidekick dice, and of course the angel from my prep. Angel comes up. Looks like it came up on its level 2 face, I believe it was. Gonna go ahead and re-roll it plus an energy there. Pay the bolt to field it on its level 3 face. Still have a mask, a question mark, and a fist to spend there. leave the question mark and buy a Black Widow, and go with the Silver Surfer Global again to prep. I had an empty bag, so we did keep the transit out of play area rule in place because we're all so used to playing with it. None of us even questioned getting rid of that rule. So, and Robbie gets his 2 gearing up dice, and both of them come up on their action face there, along with a sidekick. Debating on rolling those last 2. He's going to go ahead and re-roll the sidekick as well. And he gets a question mark, a fist, and a mask on that. Or bolt, sorry. Question, fist, and bolt. Buys himself a Nova. Or he's planning on buying himself a Nova there using the gearing ups. And so he gets a 2 fists, a sidekick, and another bolt energy out of it. So he's got plenty of energy this turn. Feels the sidekick, and his main strategy is that Nova, so he goes ahead and reaches for it, leaves that question mark for and is going to go ahead and do the Silver Surfer Global with it, bringing himself down to 16. So currently the only damage done to each other has been to themselves through that Silver Surfer Global. Now, I was running the stream at the same time, so I was commenting to Robbie. He didn't remind me to update the life score, so you should see this updated now. And I get to roll my rogue, a gearing up, and 3 sidekick dice that turn. Gonna mask, a shield, a question mark, the action face, and rogue. I can't quite see what level it is. I believe it was a level 3 on her. So hoping to reach for the green Goliath at this point. So I'm going to use the gearing up, cycle my bag. I get the Black Widow and a sidekick die. Black Widow comes up as an energy face for or character face level 1. And I have my 6 energy. Get the Hulk Green Goliath out there. So we've both purchased our main win strategies, or win cons, but let's see which one of us can get it out there faster and utilize it better. Robbie with 2 gearing ups is going to be able to cycle his bag a lot faster than myself. So Robbie pulls a sidekick and cycles his bag. Gets all 4 sidekicks, so. And he had his gambit. Sorry, 3 sidekicks and a gambit for the pull with the 1 sidekick from his prep area. Looks like he has a bolt, 2 masks. Yeah. And he picks up another Hawkeye. I've got nothing in my bag, so cycle my bag. 3 sidekicks in the gearing up, hoping for that gearing up to come up. Hopefully be able to cycle my bag. It comes up. I have 2 energy and a sidekick. It's a bolt and a question mark. I know that Green Goliath can end up being 3 energy, so was wanting to cycle that. Came back up as a sidekick, spending that. I get a sidekick and Hulk. Unfortunately, it was a level 3 Hulk, so I do not have the energy required to field him. with those 2 sidekicks I got. So lamenting the fact that I missed my win con there. So now just going through the frustration there a little bit. There's nothing I can do to field that Hulk on level 3 face with just 2 energy. So spending the 2 for the Nick Fury, and I believe it is the Nick Fury uncommon there. I was able to draft the patch as well, but as I only had the 1 Avenger, I just decided not to go with that one for my team. So attacking with 2 sidekicks. Robbie's going to go ahead and let them through, try to clutter my bag back up. And Robbie gets his Nova and 3 sidekicks. So if he's able to field the Nova, it's going to be the beginning of his win con there. And he does get it. I believe he was his level 2 face on that one. It was 2 fielding cost for it. So it's either it's level 2 or level 3. It's not easy to see that die. Robbie goes ahead and does the Silver Surfer Global again, dropping himself down to 12. So he attacked with the Nova, blocked it with my sidekick. Of course, the Nova's ability, whenever he takes damage, deals me 2 damage, so I go ahead and field my sidekick, use the Silver Surfer Global to prep a die, trying to cycle my bag there as quickly as possible and force getting that green Goliath back out there. Able to prep a sidekick die, but 1 less die in the bag to clutter. So fielded my rogue, was looking at possibly was double checking what he had in his bag there, seeing the Hawkeye was available, seeing if it was any good for me to use. And at the point, I didn't realize it was a May ability, so I went ahead and couldn't remember how the difference between capture and control there for a minute, so I had to verify real fast. So put the die under mine. And that was a really bad misplay on my part there for forgetting about that, but was able to, try to cycle that rogue again, give him back his Hawkeye. Couldn't remember where that sidekick, got in the prep area there. Thought it was a leftover die by mistake, and Robbie was kind enough to remind me that I, damaged myself there to get that die there. So Robbie pulls his Hawkeye, a sidekick, and both gearing ups. Had the other sidekick in his prep area already. Looks like he gets his Hawkeye on a character face and gearing up. Rerolls, gets a fist, a mask, and double energy for the other gearing up he had. He's going to go ahead and spend his gearing up to get 2 more dice. Gets his gambit and another sidekick. And gets double energy, double fit or fist and double mask on his roll there from gearing up. He's got 7 energy available to him, and he reaches for that Colossus, the other half of his win condition that just puts a countdown timer on the game. So fielding the Hawkeye, he dealt damage to my Angel, KOing the Angel, and end up taking 2 more damage from his Nova. Again, I blocked the Nova, but anytime the Nova takes damage, you give your opponent 2 damage. So, finally pull my green Goliath, but at this point it may be a little too late if I can get him out on the field. I do get the Black Widow back. Looks like I've got the Angel and whatnot, but looks like I'm just re-rolling the whole lot there. And the Hulk comes up double energy. So at this point, I've not been able to reach my win con. At this level of life, there's probably not much I'm going to be able to do to stop the loss here, but we're going to give it the best effort we have. I'm able to get a sidekick and get it out on the field, give myself a blocker. So I do have the Nick Fury, Angel, and Black Widow all on their character faces, so I'm going to be able to get some bodies back out in the field at least. And someone was asking me a question for rules real fast, so I was helping them answer that question, so we had a little pause in our match here. I apologize. I promise you folks I was not stalling at this point, even though I knew the end was written there for me. I was just answering a question by another player in the group next to us there. All right, so now as a back to our match and going ahead and getting those characters fielded. They were all on their level 2 face there. Got 5 energy there, so not quite sure what to do with it. Gonna spend 3 for a beast, and then I decided against there last second, but went ahead and went back to it, leaving 2 energy there, a bolt and a bolt and a mask. Realizing that he's got that Nova in the field, I really can't come at him because he's just gonna block it with that and deal me 2 more damage with it. So asked if I could take back that beast purchase and instead go with a focus power, and he was okay with that. So, again, we were doing a very casual match here, and I thought he was tracking his life differently, so just so Robbie pulls 4 sidekicks and has the Hawkeye that was KO'd. Gets the Hawkeye on a character face, 2 fists, a mask, and a shield, it looks like. It's a little hard to see those dyed dice that he has there. Not sure if that's a fist or a mask on that last one, but I'm pretty sure it's a mask. So he pays the 1 fist there, or no, pays. Goes ahead and buys one of my force beams and pays to field his Hawkeye. So fielding the Hawkeye, he goes ahead and KOs the Black Widow, and he's attacking with the Hawkeye and the Nova. At this point, I'm debating. I think I'm going to go ahead and let the Nova through and take the damage from it. I'll still be alive, but hopefully clog up his bag and buy myself a round or two trying to get try to get myself back in this match here. So, gonna go ahead and block block the Hawkeye with a sidekick and let the Nova through, dealing myself 7 damage, leaving myself down to 1. And get the Hulk Ring Goliath, the focus beam or focus power or force power there, and again the Hulk gets double energy there on me. So leaving 2 shields, just decide I'm re-rolling everything. And Hulk comes up double energy. At this point, I know the game is pretty much written on the wall. All he needs to do is get 1 extra character out there, as I only have 3 characters, and he'll be able to get that 1 damage through to kill me. So go ahead and buy a force beam, leaving myself with a bolt and a mask. Or sorry, that was focus power, and so I'm spinning up the angel to spin. I'm spinning up the Nick Fury, trying to just get a couple larger blockers out there. And a pretty bad misplay on my part here. I was hoping to clear his field, knowing that if he only got a single attacker back out there, I should have kept everything back in wait and hope hope that he didn't get anything. And Robbie takes the 2 damage from the Nick Fury, and everything else gets KO'd. So he already has the one person left in the field that he needs to KO me. So, like I said, it was a pretty bad move on my part. But Robbie played that round perfectly to his advantage. Was hoping to get his Colossus out there, wasn't able to. Goes ahead and uses gearing up. Again, at this point, it's purely academic. He has the match. He gets his gambit out, or gets his gambit on a character face. And so at that point, we decide to call it, and that is it. So, again, thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a great night.